Hello, my name is Leslie, and today we are going to be learning how to make a cake non-visually. Before we preheat the oven, we always have to make sure there's nothing in there, and always make sure to wear protection such as oven mitts or elk gloves. Opening our oven, you can always reach in and pull out your rack, and you can feel and make sure there's nothing in there. And you can pull out the bottom one and also make sure there's nothing in here as well. Always make sure to set the opening and closing your oven just in case somebody else is in the kitchen with you. So if you have your oven temperature marked, the dial is scratched off or just at 350 degrees, and on top is where the temperature aligns. So that is a very good place to mark it or scratch it because it is a temperature that is used a lot. So you guys received cake mix and puffy painted measuring cups, which indicate what the measurement of the cup is. These are other ingredients you also will need. So you will need vegetable oil, 3 eggs, and water, and you will need a mixing bowl, a mixing spoon if you don't have an electric mixer. You are also going to need a cake pan for later. If you have an ID mate such as this one, or if you have Seeing AI or other apps that can scan barcodes, here are some tips and tricks as to how you can find the barcode on your box successfully. Right now I am using Seeing AI, and every time I use it I have to make sure that the camera is facing the product. I also like to make sure that there's some space between the product and my camera. I like to have it at least 3 inches away, and then I like to go around the product and scan. One of the settings I like to use is product, and then it tells me what product it is. If your directions aren't read when you scan the barcode, you can also use short text from Seeing AI, and you can read the text they have in the back of your box. Next, we are going to start making the cake. So you will need your cake mix. You will need a whole cup of water, half a cup of oil, and 3 eggs. We're going to start by putting the cake mix into the bowl. Remember to use scissors to open your package. Just make sure to feel with one finger when it gets full. Oh. And make sure to feel for your other bowl. Make sure they're close together. And then make sure it is going to land inside the bigger bowl. And just pour it in. You can bring your bowl next to you to the sink, and you're gonna measure your 1 cup of water. Remember, it has 1 dot on it. Remember to always use your finger. With your hand that you do not have your cup in, you can feel with the back of it and kind of guide your cup inside the bowl, and you can just pour it. So now we're going to crack our egg. We're going to grab a smaller separate bowl, and we're going to crack our eggs into that bowl. So you're going to hit it against the side of the bowl. We're going to stick our thumbs where we cracked it, and then we're going to put it over the bowl. It's going to fall. If you have your trash can next to you, just throw it away. And we're gonna do the same thing for the next 2 eggs. With one of your hands, you're going to feel for your bigger bowl, one that has all your ingredients. You're gonna make sure you're in the center, and you're just going to flip it over and put them in. Okay, so next we're gonna mix it. If you do not have an electric mixer, you can also use a rubber spatula. But before you start using your electric mixer, always make sure that you have your blades in. Make sure it's not plugged in. So the way you're gonna put in your blades is you're gonna feel for this, it has a hole in there, so then you can just place it in there. And you're gonna turn it until it clicks and it's ready to be plugged in and to be used. When you're going to start mixing, you always have to make sure it is on the lowest setting. While you're mixing, you have to first start with large circles and then go into smaller circles into the center of the bowl. If you want to make sure that you've mixed all your products, you can mix it for about a minute to a minute and a half. Now we're going to spray our cake pan with Pam. So you have to make sure that our nozzle is facing our pan, and we have to make sure to get all over the place. And then you can just grab a paper towel and spread it all over your pan, and make sure you get the sides as well. Now we're going to put flour in our pan. We're going to grab a little bit with our fingers, and we're going to make sure it's inside our pan. Feel around. You're just going to dump it in here, and you're just going to tap the bottom and angle your pan in different ways and make sure it covers. You can add more flour if you need to, and make sure that you're hitting it with enough force so the flour can move around. The bottom of your pan should look something like this, and you can dump out the rest of the excess flour in the trash. So you want to make sure you align your bowl to your pan. If it has a lid like this one, you can align the lid to your pan. And you also want to put in your thumb in your pan, and to make sure that when it's full halfway, you stop pouring. So after you pour a good amount, make sure you let it level out and make sure that there's enough batter where it needs to be. So now we're going to put on our gloves, and we're going to open the oven. So we're going to say opening our oven. And we're going to reach down and pull out our rack. We're going to feel for our pan, and we're going to grab it on the sides. We're going to make sure our thumbs do not go in there, and we're going to hold it with one hand, and with our other we're going to feel down for our rack, and we are going to put it in the oven. We're going to make sure it's also in the center. Push in our rack, and we're going to say closing our oven. And don't forget to set your timer for 33 minutes. Okay, so now our timer has rung, and now we're going to take out our cake. Always make sure to wear oven mitts. Open our oven, say opening our oven. We're going to reach in and feel for the rack. Then we put our cake in, we're going to pull it out. And we're going to feel for the edges of our cake, and we're going to pull it out and set it down in a steady spot. And we're going to start closing our oven. Next, you're going to grab a toothpick to make sure that your cake is ready. You're going to have an oven mitt or an oven in one of your hands to hold your cake, and you're going to stick a toothpick right in the center. And Then you can take off your other off glove and you're going to feel your toothpick. And if it comes out clean and there's nothing on it, then it means your cake is done. You can also use a fork to make sure that your cake is done. I hope you guys enjoyed making your cakes today, and we hope to see pictures of them. And I hope you guys enjoy.